Hey everybody, and welcome to War Budgies. I am John from War Budgies. And I know it's been a while since my last video. It's been kind of a lot going on. Just got back from Valhalla a few weeks ago, which is a fantastic event out in the mountains of Utah. Wargamer Girl puts that on. Mini Wargaming shows up. Blue Table Painting's there. Codex Dan is there. It's pretty hysterical. I think the Kickstarter is starting up in March. You should check it out. But anyways, while I was there, I brought for terrain the Infinity Mirror, which if you've seen my previous videos, is this little doohickey. Uses a series of LEDs and mirrors, creates sort of an optical illusion, sort of phantom tunnel going into the distance, and it's pretty cool. Looks really good on the tabletop. Not that I'm biased. But, had a friend of mine who has a YouTube channel, and he asked for a few. Yeah, we're actually doing 4 for him. We're doing 1 for each of the Chaos Gods. And I'm going to kind of see how that turns out. It's been about a year since I built the prototype, so I'm a little sketchy on it, but I'm putting them all together sort of in sequence. And another friend of mine, he said, John, from More Budgies, you should make a project log. Like just do a series of videos so people can see how these are put together, because it's not the sort of thing that translates well into just a series of pictures. So I've been taking a few photos. Nurgle is almost done. Khorne is maybe 80%. Tzeentch is just getting started, and Slaanesh. I'm actually going to ask for some ideas for Slaanesh at the end of this video, because I'm still kind of brainstorming that one. But we'll get straight to a little intro sequence here and launch straight into where we're at. All right, so here we are with the Tzeentch portal as it stands, and this is kind of the basic elements here. We got a battery pack. We don't have the LEDs attached to it just yet. This is just the controller. Battery pack holds three AA's. And what I wanted to do for these portals, as opposed to the original one, is it has a controller, and it's going to have a lot of different colors and modes. There's waterfall, there's pulse effects, whatever you need to do to play well on camera. But your base is just a piece of plywood. It's got a gap cut out for it so that I can sink the battery pack in there and be able to access the batteries on the other side. So this is going to be the part that faces up. There's going to be another slot cut here where the controller is going to face down. And then I got some of these little wood pedestals. It's like $1 for a pack of 4 at Hobby Lobby. And those get screwed, glued, and secured here. And functionally, that's your base. And I'll put some pictures right about here. There we go. I'll add on all the cork and glue and all the other scenery that goes on this kind of stuff. But that's the base. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It just needs to hold the battery pack and have enough mass to stop the dang thing from falling over. So, the actual mirror itself is made up of 4 rings and 2 pieces of glass. We've got, these are some tests. They've got weird symbols on them because this was a test project for the Tzeentch portal. This is going to be the back plate. And there's a 6-inch circular mirror which gets glued onto the back of it. And that's going to be in the back. These 2 rings, so the mirror is about 6 inches. These discs, these wooden discs, I buy from Michael's for like $1 each. They're like 6.5 inches in diameter. So for these, I want to leave about an inch ring. The mirror will sit here, and that gets epoxied on there. You got 2 of these, which only have about a 1/2 inch ring on them. And these are going to be separated by some scraps of popsicle sticks to be spacers. And they're going to sit on top of this thing to form the housing into which I'll ring the LEDs. And we got a picture of that here. That's kind of what it looks like. And that's what it looks like with the LEDs. So that's the actual housing there. And we're only up to maybe, with the spacers, maybe like 1/2 inch thick. The front plate can be the trickiest one. The front plate is going to have on the back of it a 6-inch glass disc. I get these from Barenberg. It's a company that makes neat little ones, sends them out. 6-inch glass. That's going to be where I apply the one-way mirror tint. And once that's applied, it goes on the back of the faceplate. So it all stacks together like so. Genius, right? Now, the faceplate itself is where most of the customization comes in. This is the Tzeentch one, and this is kind of where we're at with it right now. Let me try to get the camera to focus on that. Here we go. So what I've done is I went in and laser etched some sigils in there, painted them kind of a glowy, runey fire type effect. And I've been slowly applying Astro Granite, the Citadel Astro Granite texture around here, through a random eyeball on there. Found that, I don't know where I found that, but it's cool. And that faceplate is what goes on the front. So it's gonna be faceplate, the glass with the tint, the LEDs, and then the mirror on the back. We stack it all together. It then gets mounted vertically with the help of some pins or nails or rods or whatever you need to put in here. Like so. And that's your basic construction of a mirror. All right, so that's the Zinj. Again, work on the faceplate. Got some of the bottom stuff cut out, but not a whole lot of progress on that yet. I've got an idea. We'll see how it turns out. Most of this is just winging it. It's kind of my style. It's the War Buddies creed. So, corn. This is the corn portal so far. You can see there, a little glare there. That's the tinted glass on the front. That ring right there is the mirror that's mounted onto the back. And we'll flip it here on its side, because where I haven't textured it yet. That's a bit of a yard sale sign actually that's used to ring around this one. All the wood is spaced through there, and then the mirror on the back. And its LEDs are already, where's the switch? Its LEDs are already in place. Now I've got them set to red, but like I mentioned earlier, flip this upside down. You can change the color and all sorts of stuff. It's got something like 20 colors. And the idea for this one at least, it's a whole bunch of rocks and skeletons and all that kind of stuff. The idea for this one is I want to take the front, and I got these compartments here which is sunk maybe a 1/4 inch down. And I've green stuffed some stone texture around them. You can kind of see that it's still flat black, it's not painted yet. There's some stone texture there, and I'm gonna fill these with skulls, like a mausoleum or sarcophagus or something like that. So I've got a box of Citadel skulls on order. When that comes in, I'm just gonna put them all, just fill each of these 8 compartments with skulls. And we'll see if that works. So that's where corn's at. Mostly finished. I need to finish the texture here. That's just green stuff that I've layered real thin and textured with a rock. So I just need to finish that up there, and then obviously texture the back because it's still flat. Once that's done, it's good for painting, and then I just wait for the skulls to arrive. All right, Nurgle is almost done. Nurgle was the first one I started. It's how the offer started. I said, hey, I'll make you a Nurgle portal, and he said, how about we do one of each god? And I said, you're a crazy person. All right. So this is Nurgle. We are almost finished with Nurgle. We've got here on the front, the base itself, it's all cork and glue layered down there. Try to bring this in. I'll try to throw some actual photos in here. But we've got a dead horse for us to beat periodically. There's some water effect with slime and moss and bits of flock added in there. And that's just for, I don't know, some character. A little bit more on the back, kind of dribbling over. Switching this one is here in the back. Yeah. And it turns on too. It's got the same settings. It's got the full 20 colors and all the patterns and all that. Let me see if I can make it dance. Yeah. I don't know why you would need to do this, but you know what? You have the option. And the faceplate on this one, we've got 7 compartments. All kind of this beaten metal here. Try to bring that closer. Here we are. Sort of a beaten metal. Put some of that, I forget what it's called. The blue powder that Citadel sells to make stuff look like it's old. Patch that in there. This again is just a thin layer of green stuff. Took the butt end of a paintbrush and just tapped it a million times. Mashed out some bigger holes around the center. Put some of the Nylek, I don't know what it's called. Anyways, there's also, if I can get the camera to show it, these little flies here are hopefully looking like brass, hopefully. And I'm debating putting a actual sigil of Nurgle up here in the center. And that again needs to get painted. It is textured also along the edges, but it needs work in the back. But it's probably 80 to 90% done, and I'm pretty happy with that. And here we have the Slaanesh portal, and as you notice, it is not here. I've got the wood for it, I've got the scrap wood, but I haven't actually gone through and thought out any real ideas for it. So do me a favor, if you would, down at the bottom, leave a comment or something, just indicating what you think would make a cool Slaanesh portal that is also family friendly. And I'll look through them and I'll see what I can figure out. I know I've still got a ways to go on this one. Anyways, thanks for watching. This is episode 1. Click the like or subscribe buttons down there at the bottom. I have no idea which one I'm pointing to. And when I do more updates, you can see them. Thanks for watching.